It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Stone Brewing Company, and this is a bottle of their go-to IPA, coming in at 4.5% ABV. A little bit of a change of tack from Stone Brewing Company. They produced a beer that's 4.5%. They're calling it a Session IPA. Now, let me show you the bottle cap first. We'll get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. But I suppose, for me, first of all, let's get the beer out into a glass. So, as you'd expect from a Stone beer, looks absolutely wonderful. The first thing they're going to want to do when they produce a beer that's going to be bottled is to make it look wonderful in the glass. And indeed it does. Looks very nice, very IPA-ish, nice levels of carbonation. It's a golden coloured beer with a 1 to 2 finger white head. Let's get the aroma. We might as well carry on with the review, and we'll drop back on our thoughts regarding Session IPA later on. But blimey. They say on the back of the bottle that they use a new technique called hop bursting, and it's certainly hop bursting in the aroma. It's absolutely fragrant as hell. Pungent, massive aromas, a big aromatic beer, loads of grapefruit, loads of lychee, loads of lemon, loads of citrus, orange peel goodness. Let's dive in. Cheers. And yeah, as you would expect, following on from that aroma, big, punching, grapefruity, citrus, lychee, orange peel, hop, booming bomb coming through here on this beer. It's refreshing. It's nicely carbonated. The beer gets pushed around the inside of the mouth nicely. It's an unbalanced beer. You get a little bit of bready, biscuity, malty. It's a very kind of instinctive first flavour. That quickly gets pushed to the side. And then we get this big hop profile. Which, I mean, Stone, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying that it's just up the street. It's what they do. It's what they're famous for. It's what put them on the map. They're kind of their Stone Ruinations. They're big, bold, hoppy beers. This is that. There is a level of sweetness to begin with. What I'm trying to do here is give you the beer review first, and then talk about the understanding of the Session IPA later on. Without a doubt, it's a great beer from Stone. It's the hop magnitude in this beer is just unbelievable. You can tell by the base beer, it's very much a pale ale, like quite nice malty, bready, biscuity kind of undertones. If the beer wasn't as hopped up, it would. I mean, if it had a kind of a normal level of amount of hops in the beer, then you'd pick up a lot more of them kind of bready, biscuity flavours. But as I mentioned, the amount of hops in the beer, it's a very quick initial malty, bready burst. And then the hops just come absolutely smashing through. And let me finish the actual review off first, and then I'll talk about this Session IPA, which I've promised to talk to you about in a moment. So how would I rate this beer? 4.5% ABV, Session IPA. Would you want to session it? Would you want to drink, and in an English or a British term, to session a beer, or in my eyes, to session a beer is to sit down for an afternoon or an evening and enjoy 2, 3, 4, 5 beers, whatever you're comfortable with. And go to IPA. I like it. I really do. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. That's the review done. Hold on if you want. If you want the beer review, thanks very much. We're done. Cheers. If you want a little bit more, if you want my thoughts, hold on. We'll go into them. And we'll go into them now. So 8 out of 10 for the beer. Yes, would I buy it again? Yes, would I drink it again? There's no word of a doubt here, or they've actually, you know, they put it here in writing. It's a Session IPA. And as I was saying earlier, would I want to session this beer? And it depends on in what terms that they're saying. Are they saying you could put this beer as a session beer in with a few other beers? So let's, for argument's sake, we got Anchor Porter, we've got this, we've got Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, maybe Sam Adams Boston Lager. That is kind of sessionable strength beers. In terms of that category, do they mean it in terms of you would swap and change between each beer? Then yes, you could call it a Session IPA because it's 4.5% ABV, and you could session it, you could drink a few of them, or a few of the different beers. Or are Stone Brewing Company saying that you could possibly buy 4 or 5 of these and session them? Because I'm not sure I could. In all honesty, if this is what they mean by that, if they mean Sam Adams Boston Lager, Sierra Nevada Torpedo, or sorry, not the Torpedo, the Pale Ale, this beer, and maybe Anchor Porter, then yes, you could mix and match, you could session it, you could have a nice afternoon. But if they mean just to session this one beer alone, buy a 4 or a 5 pack of this, me personally, I think I would want to change beers maybe after 2. I'd be able to drink 2 of these, and then I'd be pretty much done. I'd want to try something else. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today was this whole 4.5% Session IPA. Over the last 5 years, since I've been reviewing beer, it wasn't written in stone, it wasn't written in concrete, but I'd have a lot of Americans speaking to me saying, right, you're quite new to beer, 5 years ago, this is the kind of the the level of an understanding that you need. Now a pale ale, they would say Sierra Nevada pale ale would go up to anywhere from 4% to 6% ABV. Anything more would be classed as an IPA. Anything above 8%, 8.5% would be classed as a double IPA. Then you got your 10% imperial kind of barley wine style hoppy beers. But there was a kind of a grid order. Now with Stone Brewing Company saying this is a session IPA, and it's not just Stone, I know there's a few other breweries doing this, it kind of makes things a little bit confusing. Why not call this a session pale ale? Everybody understands, or people involved with craft beer who've been drinking craft beer over the last few years, they understand this standard, they understand this kind of terminology of pale ales, IPAs, imperial IPAs, hoppy barley wines. Everybody understands this structure involved in beer. I don't really feel the need in confusing matters even more. I've rated the beer, it's an 8 out of 10, I really like it, but I can't help but feel that Stone might be overcomplicating things a little bit here. I can't help but feel that maybe they should have called this a go-to pale ale. It just, in the beer world, it makes a little bit more sense. But that's my review. It's an 8 out of 10. I've had my little say on what I think of the way this beer has been put out to market. I really look forward to your comments on this. What do you guys think about this beer, and how, first of all, how it tastes to you? Do you like it? And then what's your thought on the kind of beer structure that I've mentioned? So 8 out of 10 for Stone Go-To IPA. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.